Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming to this wonderful class. This is our second annual dinner, you can call it. All are welcome, all ages. We do not discriminate. Today's class is sponsored by a few people. First and foremost, I'd like to thank Michael Solomon for making this wonderful plov. I'd like to thank Sushi Fusion for sponsoring the sushi tonight. I'd like to thank Pizza Palace for sponsoring Soup Gagnon. Everybody who's involved today, may Hashem bless you. Today's topic is, who's a real gangster? Who's a real gangster? Okay, as you guys all know, there was a very, very serious situation that occurred in Forest Hills Regal Park, where one of our dear brothers was beaten by 20 to 30 people. They ended up in the hospital. And to be honest with you, I saw his condition the other day. Baruch Hashem, he's doing much better. Why? Because he's a Jew, and Jewish people are known to be strong like that. But it really hurt my heart because I don't even know this guy from a hole in the wall, and I came to the hospital and I had to see his parents. And they were taking it so well, but you know what bothered me? How did he get into this predicament in the first place? How does a Jew standing outside with a yarmulke get jumped by 30 goyim? Guy was put nearly in a coma and woke up a couple days later, Baruch Hashem. My question is, why did we pray for him after the situation and didn't pray before? Why did we wait for something bad to happen to have to pray? God forbid somebody has to pass away. Oh, Rabbi, I don't know what to do. My uncle's sick. I gotta pray. I don't know what to do. Why wait for him to get sick to pray? Why not pray before? I wrote down a few topics. We're going to connect Hanukkah to this week's segment, last week's segment in the Torah, the Parshiot. And I just picked up this new book by Rabbi Nachman. It's called Sefer Amidot. Now, me personally, I'm not that big of a reader. I don't like to read. That's a very big character trait that I need to work on. The reason I like this book because it's short and sweet. I call it the one-liner. It's one small thing that'll make you think really big. So, there was a story in this week's Parsha where the brothers had to leave their house to go to Mitzrayim and get food. I have a question for you. You're trying to tell me the children of Yaakov Avinu, the Shvatim, they didn't have money or food? Of course they had money. Of course they had food. Yaakov said, listen, people should know that you have money because if they find out, they're going to want to do something to you. So what do you have to do? Because of Marit Ayin, go to Egypt. Go suffer like everybody else is suffering. Why am I bringing this topic up? I work in a barbershop. I own an underground barbershop. And I see a lot of Jewish kids that come in. Rolexes, fitted hats, pants all the way down to the ground. Straight up going. They walk in there and they don't think when they talk. You gotta understand, a lot of us, we grow up privileged. At least our generation. Our parents, Baruch Hashem, they migrated from Uzbekistan. They came over here. Whether it was from Iran or Uzbekistan or all places, even Europe. It was hard for them. Very hard. We got it sweet. We went to yeshiva. We lived in houses. I'm sure everybody over here has their own room. They have their own phone, internet. We're privileged. A lot of these people are not. So understand one thing. As Jewish people, you will always be looked at. How are you going to act? People are always looking at you. Sometimes I walk with a yarmulke, and if I say a bad word or something, it's like, hey, you're not allowed to say that. They're right. I'm not allowed to say that. I'm a representation of God. I'm a chelik of Hashem. You have to know how you act. Don't think you're too gangster. To be honest with you, this fight was bad, yes. But if you only knew what kind of fights were before, we just didn't have cameras to record them. They were very bad. I'm sure you people know, a lot of people know my past. It's been pretty bad. Baruch Hashem, I came to events like this with rabbis that got paid $0 to come out. They sponsored with their own money, they would make food, and we came there. In the group chat, I invited a few people and they said, oh, I'm not going to come there. There's going to be too many little kids. Too many little kids? What are you talking about? This little kid? He's not a little kid. He's a grown man to me. All you guys are grown men to me. Little kid. These kids look up to you. You should be here. Kal v'chomer, you should be here. Why? Because they came, so you should come to the game. I'm going to come to show these boys that I'm also a part. I'm with them. Sefer Amidot, Rabbi Nachman says it's very hard to pray when you have enemies. I don't know how people choose to walk around in Forest Hills right now after school. knowing that somebody's going to jump them or they're going to fight. Who wants that? Who wants that? Why are they even in this predicament in the first place? They should be in yeshiva. They shouldn't even be in public school. And I've been in public school. I've been in public school and yeshiva. And I'll tell you, yeshiva is 10 times better. They're going to say, no. Academically, yeshiva is not good. Public school is better. No, it's not. It's not. Because if a child wants to learn, he'll learn anywhere. Statewide tests are statewide tests. A person is a product of his environment. You put him in a place with a bunch of gangsters, he's going to be a gangster. You put him in a place where there's a bunch of tzaddikim, he's going to be a tzaddik. Never judge a book by its cover. Now before we enter the next topic, I wanted to dedicate a nice song because this is a shiur/jam session. And I promised my friends from Great Neck they would enjoy. If you know it, sing it. Back to our Torah. So in Shulchan Aruch they write something very amazing. A lot of the time you see all your boys, one of them has a job, one of them has a car, or one of them's doing better than you. Naturally, you probably hate on him. Even girls, they see a girl, she looks prettier than her. They'll oh, you know what? You know what they say the best thing to do? If you see one of your friends is successful, wish for him to have more success. If you want something for yourself, pray for your friend. If you pray for your friend, the Kadosh Baruch Hu answers you first. Answers you first, 100%. Josh, come inside, please. Thank you. You have a seat, my holy brother. Like I was saying, you should project whatever you want for yourself on other people. you guys want to be successful, wish for your friends to be successful. They say if you curse somebody, like, you know, sometimes, this happened to me too. This happens to everybody, guys, girls, everybody. They'll talk with their friends, and all of a sudden one of their friends will pass by, they'll be like, you see him? Yeah, he's a herb. Does that happen? Truthfully, how often does that happen? I don't like that guy. I don't like her. She's annoying. She's a brat. Do we do this? We often, it's natural. Everybody does it, correct? They say to be careful. In the Zohar it says if somebody answers amen to that, it can actually happen. If you wish bad upon somebody. I have this tendency, I pass by in Forest Hills, there's beautiful houses. Beautiful houses. I pass by the house, I don't know who it is, I don't know whose house it is. I'll pass by and I say, I hope they always have this. May Hashem bless them to have 10 times fold. It's very important to have this midah. A lot of people, we've lost morals. Like, you know, a woman sitting on the bus, she's an old lady, you have to tell the guy, please get up. Before it was normal. You didn't have to tell somebody before, don't embarrass somebody in public. It was normal. Today you got to remind people because they forgot morals. You can't embarrass people. You cannot embarrass nobody. It's very important for you to act like a yid. Treat everybody the way you want to be treated. Everybody's grown up. I'm sure everybody's 15, 16, 17, 18 years old. You get into an age, you know what I'm saying? Everybody wants to get married. They want to have a business. They want to make parental. They want to have a car. I'll be honest with you, 6 years ago, I got married. I wasn't Shomer Shabbos. And when I became Shomer Shabbos, that's when my gates opened. When I excluded some of my friends that I didn't need, that were putting me down. I used to go to yeshiva. I used to come out of yeshiva like this, hide my yarmulke. Oh, my friends saw me. Why am I hiding my yarmulke? For what? Since I started working in the barbershop again, I put on my yarmulke, people started to give me more respect. Goyim, Muslims, blacks, Spanish, everybody. Like, hey, what's going on, brother? Happy Hanukkah. Because they see, they respect you more. But when you want to be like them, they start to clown you. They're like, oh, look at this guy. His pants sagging, he thinks he's a gangster, he's a thug. And look what happened. Because some of these boys were acting like thugs, what happened? One dude, innocent dude, got jumped. Who knows what could have happened? Baruch Hashem, nothing happened to him. He's still alive. I saw him, he's doing very good, Baruch Hashem. Very well. I saw him yesterday in the hospital. Mind you, I don't know this guy from home. I don't know him. I came in, why? Because he was a Jew. I went inside, I saw him, and I told him, listen, I need you to help me gather some people for tomorrow's event. They need to come. Somebody needs to bury the hatchet. We need to forget this whole beef thing. Do something more positive. What are you going to do for this guy right now? Okay, he's in the hospital. Is somebody willing to take upon themselves? I'll put on tefillin. Or I'm going to go to minyan in the morning. Or I'm going to stop talking crap about my friends behind their back. You're going to take something upon yourself, or you're going to keep living the way you live? It's okay, I'm going to catch these guys who did it to my boy. We're going to get them back. But what are you going to do? I'm going to tell you a law of a real gangster. Remember this. A real gangster is supposed to be loyal, right? Supposed to be loyal. If you're not loyal, what kind of a gangster are you? I have a question. How loyal are you guys to your parents, knowing that if you get knocked out and you're in the hospital, your mom's going to be crying next to you? You're not loyal to your mom. You can't possibly be loyal to your friends. Me personally, I'm in the category of a mama's boy. I love my mom. Who loves their mom? Raise their hand, please. I'm not the only mama's boy, right? Great. I thought I was the only one. Every time I would get into a fight or something, or I would even initiate a fight with somebody and argue, my mom would come to my brain. I'm like, yo, what would happen if something happens to me? I know my mom, that's it, it's over for her. Is it worth it? I don't even want to think or imagine the pain of that mother when she saw her kid in the hospital. Breathtaking. You don't need chas v'shalom. I don't wish that upon my worst enemy, on anybody. So I urge you guys, listen, the beef, it may continue. It happens in every generation. When I saw it, I'm like, oh, you know what? This is just another fight. What's going to happen? Time's going to pass by. They're going to be squashed. The new generation's going to come. They're going to start beef. Ezehu gibor hakovesh et yitzro. Who's strong? One who can control his Yetzer Hara, who can control himself. Naturally, somebody disrespects you. You want to say something to him, like, yo, don't talk to me like that. Why is she looking at me like that? Why is he looking at me like that? Naturally, you have the right to say it. They say that at the point where somebody did something bad to you, and you didn't say anything to him, and you held it in, those are the type of people I want to get brachot from. I like to get blessed from people like that. Somebody insulted you right now, insulted your intelligence, and you didn't say anything back. You went against nature? You got to get a blessing from this guy. Because naturally you're supposed to snap. Since you're going against nature, Kadosh Baruch Hu is going to go against nature. I'm not a rabbi, I don't want to be a rabbi. Hopefully, Bezrat Hashem, I'll learn with tzaddikim such as this guy Daniel. I learn with him on Shabbos. He's a really humble, anav, talmid chacham. Not only that, look at the way he plays guitar. You know what's funny? Let me tell you the power of Judaism. I don't know Daniel too long. We connected only strictly because I see him in shul. I see him in shul. No, Shimon, I see him in shul. I called him today. I said, listen, we're having an event. No questions. What? My benefit? What's going to do for me? He came to my house. We rehearsed, he came. That's a yid. We need to build a unit. All of us, boys and girls, we need to have a unit. If there's a problem, we need to call each other. Morally, financially, spiritually, you're lacking, we need to call each other. That's why the synagogue is mad important. It's important. Oh, my father, my whole life, he would tell me, Avram John, put on a suit, I want to see you in shul. I'm like, what do you want from me? I'm going out tonight, we're going to the club. Leave me alone, Pasha. Avram, put on a suit, come to shul with me. I didn't understand him until I had a kid. My son is only 3. He's only 3 to 4 years old. When he puts on a suit, I can't explain to you how I feel. I want to go to shul and people are like, who's that? That's my son. Right? You know what I'm saying? It's his son. You're going to feel that way, especially if your son was Josh. Look at him. He's huge. He's a huge guy. He puts on a suit. They're like, who's this? That's my son, Josh. Big Josh. You know how proud I would be? You know, I can't wait till my son is older. I'm like ecstatic. I can't wait till my son's going to get older. Because I get to hold him in my hand. I'm like, listen, this is my son. Give your parents the opportunity to have pride to be with you. Don't get yourself in a predicament where chas v'shalom something could happen to you. Don't drive like a maniac, trying to race with your friends. Don't try to get into beef. Yo, why is he looking at me like that? Who cares? Who cares? I'll be very honest with you. The story of Hanukkah is it attaches to what happened on the way. If you think about it, we're always being picked on. All the time. In Forest Hills, there was a Baharian corner, there's a Spanish corner, there's a black corner. Baharians we can say we were the majority, but realistically we're a minority. 0.0 something, 0.12, this is us. We make the most noise. We make the most noise. We're not even a fraction of the population. We make the most noise. I have a question for you. Do you think that the Israeli army is successful because the soldiers are strong? Or they're gangster? Or they have a good army? Or do you think it's because of people like us who pray for them? Realistically. Think about it. If every Arab in the world just came with a knife to Jerusalem, they would flood us. Everybody. What's stopping them? The Kadosh Baruch Hu. This boy, it was a kapara on behalf of us. It was a wake-up call. Because now everybody's here like, you know what? My man's in the hospital. Something serious happened. It's just a wake-up call. It happens all the time for us. We need a wake-up call every now and then. What happened? Synagogue over here. Over here there's a fight. Chas v'shalom, Holocaust. It's a wake-up. Everybody has to wake up, find out what's important. We're not everlasting. I know one thing. A person asked me, say the whole Torah in 2 words, and I say this in every lecture. V'ahavta l'recha kamocha. Love your fellow the way you love yourself, you'll be straight. You understand? If you love your fellow the way you love yourself, you'll be straight. It's important. It's important. When you see one of your friends, like when I see a Jew, I'll be honest with you, everything around him is black. I don't care. Jewish woman, Jewish guy. He's the closest thing ever. I don't want to have any Jewish enemies ever. Ever. Whatever he said, no problem. I forgive him. I don't care. Obviously, there's limits, but to me, a Jew is a Jew. You guys shouldn't be deviating. Oh, I'm not chilling with him. He's a her. What are you talking about? I can't chill with her. She's like this. What's wrong with you? People already don't like us. You want to not like each other? You guys look like a bunch of gangsters over there. I like that. I want to ask for you from the bottom of my heart for David, who's in the hospital. Tomorrow morning, you wake up, put on tefillin. You don't have to be ultra-orthodox to talk to God. I know some people I don't know how to read Hebrew. So what, you don't know how to talk? You know how to talk? Say, Hashem, thank you so much for letting me wake up in the morning. Thank you that I have parents. Thank you, Baruch Hashem, I have siblings. I have money in my pocket. I'm alive. The whole world, the majority of the world is monotheist. They believe in Hashem. They believe in God. Where did they get this concept from? From the Torah. Monotheism comes from the Torah. The Jewish people were blessed to have that. How can I explain to you? The privilege of being Bnei Israel, the children of Hashem. It's important. A lot of you don't understand. Our parents, I can't explain to you how this mother felt. I saw her, I was devastated. I would never do that to my mom, ever. I got into a car accident with my friends one time. We're driving in the car. He just got a car, 16 years old. He's swerving on the highway. I'm like, don't do that. It's raining. He goes like, yo, don't tell me how to drive, bro. The car started spinning out on the highway. I saw two things. I saw my mom, I saw my funeral, and I saw she was broken. I'm like, I gotta get out of this car. The car is spinning on the highway. Baruch Hashem, the car stopped. Nothing happened. I walked out on the highway. I went home. You gotta understand, our parents, they can't live without us. We recently buried a friend like about a month and a half ago. The most hardest thing we ever had to do. Don't let your parents have to worry about you. You want to be blessed? Make sure your parents, they're thrilled with your success. If your parents are happy with you, you'll be forever blessed. If your parents bless you, your parents are blessing you, it's a wrap. You're supposed to give your parents chen, make them happy. It's important. Don't get them caught in this predicament. Whatever happened with these guys, let it happen. It always happens. There's nothing new. Jewish people always have this problem. In Uzbekistan, we had this problem. Europe, we're going to have this problem no matter where you go. In Israel, in our land, we still have those problems. You're not going to run away with them. What are you going to do? You have to study. You have to learn Torah. Hang out with people that want to see you successful. Don't chill with a bunch of people that be like, oh, what am I going to benefit from this guy? What am I going to benefit from this girl? What does she do for me that I'm chilling with her? No, because she's Jewish, chill with her. Because he's Jewish, chill with her. We're a unit. We have to stick together right now. It's important. The whole world, it's chaos. If you see that, I've never seen this much chaos. Maybe it's because now we have cameras recording. It's a lot of chaos. So, from the bottom of my heart, I wish for everybody tomorrow to take something upon themselves. You don't have to, like I said, don't go crazy. Don't go out pace in one day. Small thing. Talk to Hashem for 2 minutes. 2 minutes, 1 minute, 30 seconds, you wake up, talk to him. If you don't put on tefillin, put on tefillin. Or, even simpler, tomorrow, in the morning, daytime, text your parents, say, I love you. They're probably going to say, what'd you do, what happened? Because they're not used to it. It happens, here's a witness. I put it up on Facebook and Instagram, and my friend, I said, listen, just tell your parents you love them. Tell your spouse, whoever you love them, they're going to say, what happened, what did you do? And that's what happened. Because people are not used to it. They're not used to it. Say, I love you. You know, I actually often say it to a bunch of my friends. They think I'm weird. I'm like, yeah, I love you, bro. If I wait for them to say it back, they don't say it back sometimes. So I'm going to try it here. I love you guys. I didn't hear you. That's fake. I love you guys. That's what's up. The Ramban, he wrote a little passage called Shema Beni. So my dear friend and I are going to sing this song. Daniel, please. Where's my darbuka player, Rahman? Love it?
ובכל העת תנצל מן הפס כאשר תעלה על לבך מתחת הנהר שמידה טובה מכל הגידול הטוב וכאשר תעלה על לבך מידת היראה תלך להבין להסיר ותשמר מן האפל together מה בני מוסר אביך I know you guys know this ואל תיטוש תורת אמך שמה בני מוסר אביך ואל תיטוש תורתי שמע ביני מוסר אביך ואל תיטוש תורת אמך שמע ביני מוסר אביך ואל תיטוש תורת
Now before, I appreciate it, thank you. They say a person should be zariz for mitzvot. He should be fast. I have a friend of mine who I had the privilege of meeting recently in my life. His name is Avraham Eliyahu. He's a holy Yid. He has a brother, his name is David Eliyahu. He's even holier of a Yid. He says one thing I'll never forget. He goes like, Avi, I wake up in the morning and I'm like, Hashem, give me somebody that I can help. Who can I help? Wake up in the morning, not like, yo, where's my phone, Instagram? Who can I help in the morning? Who? Hashem, give me somebody that I can help. Who can I give a hand? Who needs my help? Who needs to get married? Who needs to find a shidduch? Who needs to find a job? Who needs to come to my house for Shabbos? You have a tefillah? You need tzitzis. Are you hungry? Am Yisrael is supposed to be looking out for each other. Zariz for mitzvot. You have to be quick. Shustri. You know, Bukhari will say, don't be chovelut. Don't be chovelut for mitzvot. You have to be zariz for mitzvot. There's a rabbi, his name is Dr. Twersky. Abraham J. Twersky. The guy is a genius. My friend Avraham Eliyahu gave me his book. He's a genius. He says, stop telling people to become religious. Yeah, you don't keep Shabbat? Stop telling him that. Show him why he should keep Shabbat. Be an example for him. Me personally, I've been married for 6 years. I had maybe 7 Shabbats alone with my wife. 7 Shabbats, me and my wife. The rest is guests. I can't be without guests. Shabbat by me is fun. People say, I can't keep Shabbos, it's hard. It's hard because you're not with the right people. We got a bunch of fugazi friends, fake friends. What can I tell you? I could sit here and give you prophylactics for years. But it's important for us to just work on morals, ethics. That's why I think yeshiva is important. They forgot to teach these ethics. They teach you how to dissect a frog in high school. What's inside of a frog? But they teach you how to respect your parents, your father. Your father walks in, you get up. Your mom walks in, you get up. How you doing? We forgot this stuff. It's basic stuff. Basic stuff. How many of you guys go to yeshiva here? By a raise of hands. Who goes to yeshiva? You should be proud. Put your hands up. I'm about to put my feet up too. Those of you who don't go and like to go, please contact us after. We'll help try to get you in yeshiva. And don't worry about it. Don't think that all the kids in yeshiva are herbs. You're horribly mistaken. I went to a yeshiva called Ratzad. It's in Brooklyn. Rabbi Pearl used to have this school. You're a rabbi. Some of you people know who Rabbi Pearl is. We paid maybe $100 a month, $200 a month. Do you know how many Rebbeim came out of that school? 3 or 4. It's a good ratio. We had like 70, 80 kids in the school. The majority of the people from that school are Shomer, Shabbos, and married. Paid $100. And believe me when I tell you, everybody in that school was dangerous. I went to school with a bunch of juvenile delinquents. Dangerous kids. They used to throw chairs out the window. We used to be wild. People used to cross the street when they used to come to us. They used to, oh my God, don't go to the yeshiva. Baruch Hashem, they were in a makom where there was Kiddusha. They were in a place where even 5-10 minutes a day, somebody was teaching them Torah. They were good. They were good. Our parents say, oh, I can't afford yeshiva, it's too expensive. Let me tell you something. Rav Daniel Cohen says, if a Jew says he doesn't have money, he's not Jewish. No such thing as Jewish people without money. They'll find money. The parents are driving Rolls Royces, Bentleys, Range Rovers. You can't pay $500 for his son's school. Pathetic. You're pathetic. There's 6 or 7 hours of the day, from 8, 9 a.m. till 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock till you guys come out, where somebody else has to be watching you guys, or at least making sure he's going to be your friend, your man, your mentor, your rebbitzin, your mora, somebody who's going to look out for you. I personally think that our children, you, are worth $500 a month to pay. And that's cheap. Even $1,000 a month a kid is cheap. Small story I'm going to tell you, true story. My little brother, he has a friend. He had a tragedy in his family, whatever it was, I'm not going to talk about it. It ended up with somebody passing away. At this time, my good friend decided to leave yeshiva and went to public school. Whatever the reason may be, it's from Hashem. I remember he told me, listen, when this guy passed away in his family, his rabbi came and did the whole levaya, stood with them, read Kaddish. Tell me which one of your public school teachers is going to come to one of your harsh moments in your life. Your math teacher, your Chinese math teacher is going to come. Hey, put on a yarmulke, read Kaddish. Sorry, it's not going to happen. That's what you pay for. I remember I used to walk into class, my rabbi would see he's down. Why is he down? What's bothering you? Somebody to talk to you about? Rabbi, you wouldn't understand. Little do you guys know, these rabbis are all gangsters. These rabbis are... Everybody knows Rav Moshe Kadosh, right? Rav Moshe? He's a holy yid. I see him, every time I see him, I'm like, man, I'm slacking. I see him, I check, am I wearing tzitzis? Am I wearing a yarmulke that I put on the film today? Rav Moshe was supposed to be trouble back in the day, and now what? He dedicates his life to students. Allow those people in that neighborhood, they're doing their thing. David Eliyahu over here, Benjamin Roberts, Chazak, all these organizations, they're all a big help. We need all of them. They're running around the streets looking for you guys, making pizza. They have their whole family. They don't need to be with you. They're with you, why? Because you're Jewish. They have a common interest. They gotta look out for you. They don't need it. Think about it. They can be with their wife and kids. They're coming at you with you. I'm very thankful to have people like that. I'm very thankful. This class, I didn't want to make it too long. I wanted to make it where you guys are not sitting like, yo, is this guy going to be done? Like, I want to leave. The plof was good. The sushi was good. I got to bounce. I don't want it to be like that. I want it to be a class where you come in. I bring a special guest every week. Old, young. I want all ages here. It's going to be performances, hip-hop performances, poets, comedians. I think once a week or even twice a month is great entertainment for us. We need this, a spiritual boost. No, we're not going to scream at you if you don't keep Shabbos. We're not going to say anything bad, don't worry about it. Come by, we're just like you. If anything, I'm probably worse of a Jew than you. Whatever I tell you people, whatever I say on Facebook, the majority of the time I say it to myself. I need to work on myself a lot. I didn't expect this many people to come, but I respect the fact that you came. And I respect all of you. And hopefully by showing me respect back, you'll come next time 10 times fold. I wanted to sing a song for you guys. If you guys don't know this song, I allow you to leave. Now. Yerushalayim Yishach Yerim Got it. Tipak B'shori I'm talking to you, yeah. Im lo eskerechi im eshkachem Yerushalayim. Look at that tzaddik. Ishkach yerim titak leshori Rani Ladies and gentlemen, give a round of applause for Facebook. Thank you for coming. If you didn't know, now you know. This is happening on the weekly. We appreciate all who come. If you guys respect us, like I said, share this video, share our Facebook page. This movement is moving. I don't work at the shop no more. I decided to dedicate myself fully to this. I'm chilling. What can I say? I hang out with people like you. I learn new things. We go to the mikvah last week, 2 weeks ago. After the lecture, 15 boys went with us to the mikvah. This is what we do. We're about unity. We're about Achdut. We're like Chazak. We have a group called Achdut. This is what we do. We spread love. If you guys enjoyed tonight's class, I need to hear a round of applause, like really loud. I appreciate you guys. I got a small little present for you guys. You know we do a lot of hip hop in the neighborhood. So I have my friend, Mr. Roman Kogan. Can I see you for a second, my dear brother? Can I get a round of applause for my brother, Roman Kogan? Yes, sir. Not only is he my friend, he's also my dentist, so I have to be very careful the way I talk to him because it could ruin my teeth. Doc? So I don't know if you guys know, my dear friend Roman is a poet. He's a very serious lyricist. Hopefully you'll see a lot of stuff we're going to be doing, both in the Jewish world and the Goyish world. I'm trying to show the people on the map the Jewish people are here. We don't got to talk about drugs, women, and all this stupid stuff to make good music. And my dear brother Roman is an example of that because we're making things happen. And I wanted to share a nice poem. Roman, the mic's yours.
First of all, I'm glad everybody made the time and effort to come here. Granted, all this 108 beef that's going on, everyone's always asking. We just had a member in our community just pretty much took a beating, right? So, where's David? Is he here?
He's in the hospital.
He's still in the hospital?
We're going to have a nice week for him, and everybody better stick around so we can pray from the bottom of our hearts. We'll see how much you guys care about this.
Well, I really expected to see him today because I think yesterday he said, if you respect me, you'll be here, right? So a bunch of people respected him here today. So I'm really proud. First of all, you got to be proud to be Baharian. So if someone ever steps to you, don't shy away. Don't ever like step down just cause someone's trying to start beef with you, But I'm not trying to promote violence, but I'm just saying stand your ground. Always have each other's backs no matter what, you know what I'm saying?
And our Persian brothers. You don't have to call my Persian brothers.
Everybody. Look, like Avi always says, I'll stab somebody in the face for you. You know why? Because you're Jewish. I went through a bunch of things myself. Everybody goes through things, and when Avi reminds me of that, at the end of the day, we're Jewish, we're brothers. But when there's someone on the street, if I don't know you, but I see your face, and I could you can just tell when somebody's like Jewish, Baharian especially. You're the closest person to me. You know what I'm saying? You're the closest person to me at that point. I love everybody in this room. You know what I'm saying? That's how we should be. Just spread love, like Avi said. I love everybody in this room. I'm gonna go with that color real quick. Everybody, check it. Look at the back, look at the back, look at the backdrop. Look at the dance with the devil, baby, I'm that hot. Look at the rap with the rebel, baby, you can't stop. All about the Benjamins, gentlemen, hit the jackpot. Met with Avi, Conversations of our hobbies were similar, probably because of Nas in the project lobby, rapping by the corner store back in '94. Came into this hip-hop thing, knocking on the door. The opportunity was new to me. Avoiding death and taxes, texting faxes. Now I'm marinating classics, rapping in plastic with Soviet tactics, giving opiates to atheists. Watch them turn Catholic, these are punchlines. Nestle bars with the crunch time. Been hustling ever since I've been on the lunch line. Meal tickets, you feel tripping a true champ. I'm a $100 bill, homie, you a food stamp. To fight Russian, I might rush him, that you're bluffing. You know talking Benjamins, then you're pressing the wrong buttons. Yeah, that's a Brad Pitt joke. If you want to learn it better, go to class, take notes, because these artists kind of cheesy, like an artichoke slice. If an artist chokes twice, get their art revoked. Yikes, everybody can't walk with me. Hey, that's what I'm saying. You gotta be ripping and flipping the rhythm until it be killing. The way ripping and flipping the rhythm until it be killing. The way I be living, I gotta be chilling. I gotta be swimming and women. I'm winning and getting it hard enough. Rob them. No money down, it's not a problem. Queens is our jungle. We mob deep on concrete. You told me to get them, yeah, I got them. I'm gone. I love you.
Jewish people rap too. Yes, we rap too. Like I said, we're gonna be having this on the regular. Rachaman, thank you so much. I hope you guys know Rachaman is a Cohen. So on the way out, he's gonna be giving blessings. Okay. Once again, thank you guys for coming. Stick around for Aravit. Hopefully we're going to see you every time we have this event. If you do come, you respect me. Just know that you have me as a bullet for you anytime. Once again, refuah shlema for our dear brother David. And this class was sponsored by Lulu Nishma Avraham Chaim Ben Yocheved. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Round of applause for my guitarist, Sadik Daniel.
Be